Become proficient with piano wires, cement.
Unbelievable, that's all I can say. Boy, did I screw up. But it's time to make amends. It's time to repent for our sins. I go to that ridiculous little shoebox theater and see a great, magnificent movie, and I come in here. I haven't even heard half of the dialogue because the sound is so bad in there. Haven't seen half of the movie because I'm watching it from like over on the wall in the third row. Last night, okay, that's enough. Last night I go to a real movie theater. AMC movie theaters, by the way, outstanding. In Davie on Pine Island at State Road 84. Have to take a helicopter to get there, depending on where you're coming from, but really outstanding. First I saw Goodfellas. On a scale of 10, I give it a 9. Very good. Did you see it? Did you like it? Very good. The only thing that I mean, you can nitpick with any movie. I thought it was excellent. The acting was terrific. The only thing I'm curious about is how did this guy who played the lead, the guy who's in the witness protection program, how is it that between the age of 13, when he was this real cute kid with the smooth cheeks, and 21, all of a sudden he had zits like James Woods on a bad day? He must have either been eating a lot of chocolate or too much feeling the change, one or the other, okay? But that was a little, it just didn't seem that was credible. But, I mean, that's nitpicking. The acting was great. De Niro, of course, as always, was great. And a true story. The only other negative in the movie was the fact that he had a very annoying voice. And he did the narrative on the whole thing because it was his personal story. And he's still alive, unlike most of the other people in the movie who got it and deserved it. But it was very, very good. If you're, now, in the middle, there was almost like maybe 20 people in that theater for that movie. And this elderly couple, after the first 20 minutes, they got up and they walked out. And evidently, they'd never heard the F word before. They couldn't handle the language, and they got up and they ran out, shrieking and carrying on, etc. But I thought it was terrific, and the people who called in said, however, anybody who tries to compare Goodfellas to any of the three Godfathers is whistling Dixie. It's a whole different world, okay? I mean, the subject matter is very similar, but that's where the similarity ends. And if I want to apologize to everybody, as if they could give a damn, everybody who had anything to do with Godfather 3, except, of course, Sophia. I mean, she's still a pig. People were laughing last night. There were people who knew me, and the theater was in a big theater in that AMC, thank goodness, with a surround sound, the big screen. It was great. And a couple of the people sitting right behind me, there was a couple who knew who I was. They talked with me before the thing, and when she came on with the schnoz and the lips, they were hysterical. They were like Connie in the first movie, hysterical. I'm sure there are people out there saying, gee, is he going to do another 4 hours? Now, look, we could talk about is Steve bigger than an acorn today, but let's face it, nobody cares about it. And secondly, our eyesight ain't that good. And I am just so amazed at what a difference. You know, I was saying to George before the show today, if I was just some schlumper on the street and didn't have a radio show to talk with the pubic about these things, and I had gone to see the movie the first time in that little theater and missed half of the dialogue, I wouldn't even understand it. I would have missed like a third of what the movie was about. Last night, I was just overwhelmed with how different it was when you see it on a real screen. So those of you who go to see Godfather 3, please try to go see it in a theater bigger than your bathroom, okay? I mean, it really helps. It's just one of those films that, for all of its splendor and the scenery and the dialogue, which, again, is a little hard to pick up, just like Godfather 1. Because they're all talking like this, like... They're talking like Marv Albert on a bad day, like somebody ripped their vocal cords out. And I realized that I had missed part of the story, and some of the people had called in, thank goodness, on Wednesday and straightened me out, so to speak. Thank goodness for them, because I had missed the thing about the Pope. Obviously, the new Pope, the one that drank the tea, he was their buddy. He was going to clean things up, going to straighten everything out, get rid of all this trash. All these people are ripping off the Vatican Bank, and etc. And that's why he didn't live very long. One of the great lines in this movie, well, there are several great ones, but the greatest line to me in the movie is Michael is sitting out with Connie outside, with the godmother. I mean, she is brutal. She's great. He's sitting out there, and he says, you know, I tried to go legitimate. I kept trying to deal with the higher-ups, and he said, the higher up I went, the more crooked it got. And to me, that was the epitome of this whole thing, just what it's all about. And I still am amazed that we must have really made a lot of progress, because I remember when Godfather 1 came out, the Catholic Church, and at that time, Joe Daggiola was hosting the Today Show on it, which is embarrassing with his bald head and his illiterate mouth. But Joe Garagiola was on there, of course, being Italian from St. Louis, and was just carrying on about with the Italian Defamation League, and they had all these priests on there carrying on that this was a blasphemy, it was an infamia. Now, all of a sudden, I guess because so much of the truth is out and there's so much history in this movie, I don't hear anybody saying anything. I guess most of the archbishops figure they better keep their mouths shut. They may be connected to all of it. You know what I'm saying? But it is a must. I mean, it is 20 green lights. I'm going to revise my ratings, okay? I was rethinking this as if mine count, but I'm just my opinion. Like assholes, everybody's got one, okay? Godfather 1 a 10, Godfather 2 a 10, and this one a 9.9, okay? And that's only because of her nose. And as far as George Hamilton IV, see, too many reviews ahead of time spoils it for everybody. Too much crap beforehand. George Hamilton IV, I can't stand him. He didn't do anything wrong in the movie. He was fine. His role didn't do all that much. He had like maybe 10 lines in the whole movie, low-key. He was fine for what he did. She, even with the big schnoz, she didn't detract at all. In fact, it added like a little comedy to it. The only one I still say, Eli Wallach, that's where that 10th of a point goes for his horrendous, grotesque performance. Eli, have another cannoli. That's all I can say. Okay, it's 10:13 at WIOD. We'll be right back. Marco got problems with his home in Cocoa Plum. Owes him all kinds of money in maintenance fees. Kick his ass out. That's what we say. Kick his ass out for the holidays and do the neighborhood a favor. By the way, speaking of neighborhoods, thanks to the wonderful folks at Coral Gables Branch Post Orifice. Look at this. They all donated. I guess for Christmas gifts, they give them these $10 food certificates from Publix. And they all donated them to Camillus House. So we got a whole bunch, I counted like about 45 of them, which is $450 worth of food from Publix. So thank you profusely to our friends at Coral Gables Branch Post Orifice. Next Friday, we're going to do our show from Calder from the rooftop, from the roof garden on the 4th floor in the clubhouse. So you're going to have to spring for $4 to get in the clubhouse to come up and see us and be part of the show. But we're going to be drawing for all kinds of good stuff. Low jack system, a Discovery Cruise for 2. A Prodigy computer startup kit, passes for 2 to Doral Rider Open, a weekend for 2 at Faro Blanco Marine Resort in the Keys, all kinds of goodies, lunches and admissions and box seats from Calder, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Next Friday, 10 to 2, up on the roof garden. I bet you Lester will be there, huh? And Phil Saltzman, and a partridge in a pear tree. Miami. Hello? Okay, I like it, but it's like in another room, okay? Like in another house. He's in the living room with his little phone, and the guy's doing shtickloch in the house next door. Excellent job. We can't hear you, okay? Reminds me of that first theater I saw the movie in. Melbourne. Melbourne?
Yeah, where the hell is Melbourne? Good morning, Neil.
You're in Melbourne?
Yeah, believe it or not.
Florida or Australia?
Brevard County,
wow.
Florida.
Outstanding. And it is wild.
You could say that, but you've never visited, apparently.
Yes, I have. I've been in Palm Bay.
Oh, my God,
I've smelled the aroma of that horrendous river up there, man. It is beautiful.
When the shellfish are ripe. The reason I'm calling you this morning, Neil, is I have a proposition for you. It's probably not as good as the one from that jockey at Pompano Park last week, but almost as good. I have a ticket to this Sunday's Colts game that I can't use.
Yeah.
And I wondered if you might be interested in a trade-out, if you could sell this and get a donation for the Camillus House, if I could be the benefactor of one of your wonderful tapes.
How are we going to get the ticket?
Either I could express it to you, or express it to the box office there. I don't know the logistics.
Now, we got a time problem on this.
The problem would be...
Because there's not going to be anybody here tomorrow to take it, and the game is on Sunday afternoon. But I'm afraid we'll have to pass. But I appreciate it.
Yeah, I wish that we...
You could have done it a couple of days sooner. I'd have been ecstatic.
I had no idea because of...
I understand.
Last minute.
Last minute deal.
So you really did like The Godfather 3?
I thought it was not... And listen, anybody out there who saw it, as some of the callers we've had earlier this week ripping it, you people are morons, okay? I realize movies are very subjective, but anybody who wants to knock this movie is an idiot. I mean, it is just breathtaking. And the scene in the opera, that is it just builds and builds. It's fabulous.
Well, coming from a shumker on the street, I wouldn't know like you, but I'll take your word.
No, I'm telling you, I'm hardly Huh?
We have no theaters in Melbourne.
I mean,
so
most of the
can't
movies
see
that
it
I've seen in my life have people with no clothes on, but I'm telling you, this was outstanding.
Neil, it was a pleasure.
Have a great weekend.
Have a good life, too.
Okay. 21 after 10 at WIOD. We have an open line at Broward, 524-9463, 524-WIOD, Miami.
Yeah, how you doing, Neil?
Okay.
Got a question for you. I heard you the other day saying about Godfather and Network probably being your two favorite movies.
Yeah.
And I probably figure you're probably much an expert on a couple movies. I had a couple to throw at you. One of them was a De Niro movie. When you spoke of De Niro the other day, you didn't mention this one. What do you think about The Deer Hunter?
Didn't see it.
Never saw it?
No.
I think that was one of the best ones. How about Midnight Express?
Oh, very good. Excellent.
Yeah, I think those were one of
Although, again, the book was better than the movie.
Certainly was. And I agree with you on Godfather. And I saw it twice already, the third one. And each time you see it, it gets better.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to go see it again. I left there last night. I was in heaven because I thought, thank God. You know, first I thought maybe I'm silly. I'm watching it again 2 days later. But when you see it in a shoebox, you know, and you can't hear the sound and you don't know what the hell is going on, it's just, you don't know what, you haven't even seen the movie, really.
You get a chance, like you were telling people to pick up Network. If you get a chance, catch The Deer Hunter. I think you'll find that's maybe one of the best movies ever made.
Okay.
Have a good one, man.
You too. 10:22, we're movie intensive this week, but let's face it, the holiday season, that's all they're talking about is the holiday movies, right? And Johnny Depp, you're a wonderful guy, but I'm not going to go see you in that silly Freddy Krueger movie. I'm sorry. They keep showing the previews for that before all these movies I'm seeing. It is just, I know, somebody will call and say, oh, it was great. Good. Have a wonderful life. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I want to see Johnny Depp without all the makeup on, okay, and without too much clothes. Of course, it does make you kind of wonder about Johnny, you know. Be careful what you're doing with those scissors. Anyway, we want to invite you to check out. Do you expect me to believe that Wart is on the line? Is this the real Wart?
A wart that grows all over.
I can't
Listen,
believe
you
it.
go to Rome, you call the Pope. You come to Miami, you call the King of Miami. How you doing, Neil?
Is this Wart?
Yeah, pal. Hello, Neil.
Yeah.
Are you there, babe?
I'm here, Wart.
All right, yeah, pal.
How's Joey doing?
God love me, he's doing great. I saw him last night.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, the hell I didn't.
I thought he slept with the fishes.
Nah, he's in good shape now. He's in good shape.
Doing what?
He had a little bit of bad luck there.
Doing what? What's he doing?
It's just hanging. Joey's always hanging.
Yeah. So how many satellite dishes do we need to pick up your new show?
First of all, to pick up my new show on CNBC, what you got to do is you got to move Miami upstate about 400 miles.
You mean on a cable?
No, there's a nice
I've
area
seen
down,
it. I got a satellite dish
Kenmore
more.
area down here, Neil, where the 16 people who live in that area get the show.
When you're the what area?
Only if it's raining.
In Kenmore?
Yeah.
Where the hell is that?
See, there's only 16 people there. You don't know about it.
Yeah.
But
well, I have a satellite. I have a satellite dish.
16 of them have Nielsen boxes.
I have a satellite dish, Mort.
You have a satellite dish?
So I've seen the show.
All right. You go. Now, aren't I being a nice guy this year?
No, I'm the one that's being a nice guy because I haven't said anything about the show.
No,
so how did
say
you
something nice about the show?
It's on the air, which is more than a lot of people can say. Right?
Hey, listen, stay in there punching, right? What the hell?
So how did the thing go last
Oh,
night?
terrible. Terrible.
What does that mean?
Well, they broadcast it, they cut it off the air.
Who broadcast it?
Huh?
Who broadcast it?
That little station they got up here.
They broadcast it?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Broadcast it. Oh, yes. And then, get this now, it's a talk on censorship, right? They cut the show off the air in the middle of the show because it was too rough. They censored it. I mean, here they were all out screaming about censorship, and they cut it off.
You're pulling my thing, aren't you?
No, I'm not. I don't go near your thing, man.
Thank God. You couldn't find it. Are you serious?
Goldstein was there. We couldn't find his either.
Sheriff Al was there, and they had to cut him off?
They cut the whole show off the air half the way through.
What did your buddy Steve have to say about that?
Well, Steve he had nothing to do with cutting it off. I was some other guy cut it off. Some conservative who says you can't do these type of things. But then again, of course, the conservative cut it off. It can only be done when it's done by a conservative.
God almighty, I bet you Rush Limbaugh must have invaded the studios.
too bad Rush wasn't down here. He would have filled the room by himself.
Yeah, exactly. Put him and Debbie Ellis in the same studio, man, you'd have something. About 10,000 pounds of lard is what you'd have.
Are you behaving yourself?
I'm doing great. Everything is wonderful. We're raising a lot of money for the homeless, and we're having a good time. We're plunging our brains out at the track. We got a little bit of an audience out there. What the hell?
You got the best audience out there. But the point is, you know, when you talk about doing things for the homeless, you are one guy who talks about it and goes out and does something. You're unlike so many of these Hollywood stars who claim they're going to do something and then charge an arm and a leg to do it.
Well, you know what kills me is these different fundraising things where they go out and they sing and we are the world and we are this and we are that, and they raise, you know, a few $1 million, and with the cost, the overhead, they wind up raising almost nothing. And if each one of them would put in $1 million, which they can afford like pocket change to the rest of us, we'd have something.
Well,
I just don't get it.
Good example. Elizabeth Taylor was doing this fundraiser for AIDS. They showed up to do a commercial on it, a freebie commercial that she agreed to do. She was an hour and a half late when she came down, didn't like the camera guy, canceled the whole shoot. It cost them over $100,000 to get a no-shoot from Elizabeth Taylor, and she's supposed to be heading the committee raising the dough. I mean, why the hell is she charging for it?
Yeah, incredible. So anyway, I don't want to rub this in, although we really do, but the thing last night was a disaster?
No, not a disaster, but, you know, I mean, let's face it, the iceberg has been hit, the ship has a hole in the side of it, and the captain is singing with hope.
Who was on the panel? Goldstein and you?
Goldstein, the
Steve?
Reverend Rick Anderson, who got teed off in the second show and walked out because someone said, Neil Rogers gives money to charity. How much have you given? And the guy said, I support 3,000 kids in Haiti. And the guy said, oh, that's a lot of crap. And the Reverend Rick Anderson got up, said 5 or 6 curse words to demonstrate that he is a true and loving
A man
Christian.
of God, yeah.
Yeah, and then split. And then, of course, you had my pal. He was there. He was good, Goldstein.
Yeah.
As usual, the only thing he can talk about is himself.
And food.
Well, of course, food goes without saying. I mean, I've known Al Goldstein through so many various weight losses and weight gains in my life.
Remember the movie Escape from New York? They got a new one coming out, The Man Who Ate New York, starring Al Goldstein. Yeah, just sitting in a room with food.
Hey, can I promote on your show where the hell this thing is taking place tonight so we can guarantee that we're going to fill it?
You're doing another one?
I'm going to do 2 more of them tonight.
With Steve?
Yeah, Steve's coming again.
Hey, listen, when you got the audience that he's got, I guess we need to promote it. Well, you're laughing, but you know it's true.
But listen,
that's the only station in America you have to screw a light bulb into your puppic in order to pick it up. It's incredible.
Interestingly enough, though, the guy has a great deal of respect for you.
Well, you sure would never know that on the air, I'll tell you that.
Of course.
It's all theater for Steve.
That's the name of the game. I mean, get out there and do a little showbiz and fill the world with BS.
Yeah, bullcrap is what we call it. Okay, where are you going to be, Mort? Boy, you really are desperate.
Exchange.
Where?
Musicians Exchange Cafe.
Yeah.
And that's over on Sunrise in Fort Lauderdale.
Tonight?
Yeah, tonight I'll be there for an 8 o'clock show and a 10:30 show.
And tomorrow?
No, man. Tomorrow I'm going to be by the pool.
Oh, tonight is it then?
Tonight's it.
Now, are they going to broadcast?
Oh, yeah, they're going to broadcast. They're going to try broadcasting again. The guy comes in screaming, "You're going to lose my license for the FCC."
You mean it was the owner?
Yes.
No, seriously, was King Paul that cut it off?
No, it was not Paul who cut it off.
Who was it?
It was who the hell was the guy's
Not
name?
Mike Roberts.
Yeah, that was it. That was it.
Well, I thought he's out.
Well, apparently he cut it off.
Because I heard him say, just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in. That's what I thought he said. Or that was Michael Corleone, maybe. I'm not sure. Well, good luck, Mort. I hope you have a turnout, and I hope I'll look for the check in the mail for this.
Thanks, Neil. You deserve more than a check. I'm going to send you some Godiva candy.
There you go.
All right, pal.
Thanks, babe.
Nice talking. Bye.
Morton Downey Jr., I can't believe it. I'm sure Steve gave him the bat line number to get some publicity. Hey, Steve, listen, anything we can do, just don't talk about your acorn anymore because people are laughing all over town. They saw the play, and I remember that battle of the talk host when you bared it for all mankind, and Shirley said, boy, no big deal there. What an exaggeration that was. Okay, 10:34, let's take a mobile in Aventura.
Yeah, how you doing, Neil?
Okay.
I kind of agree with you. I'd like to see Johnny Depp with less makeup and...
Less clothes, yeah.
Yeah, well, not less clothes.
A lot less clothes.
Well, but I do want to defend the movie. I thought it was a great movie.
Edward Scissorhands?
Yeah, it was a great...
Hey, listen, I hope he makes millions. I like Johnny. He's a good kid, and he came in that day and gave us 3.5 hours, and he did a good thing when he was on the show. He's not on there anymore with on Fox,
Right,
21 Jump Street, and a good anti-drug message. And he's just, from a kid who used to sleep in a car like a bum to a kid who's now like a millionaire, we need to stay close to him.
Right.
And also Andy Garcia. We love you, Andy. Get that check in the mail, baby. We need the help.
Well, anyway, I just wanted to tell you I did agree with that.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Have a great New Year. 10:34 at WIOD. Your used, I can't believe that. They cut that thing off the air in the middle. On your First Amendment, on your powerhouse 250-watt nighttime talk station in Fort Lauderdale, they cut it off in the middle. He wouldn't make that up. I mean, that's too embarrassing even for Steve to admit to. Man, unreal. 10:35 at WIOD, where we never cut it off because somebody beat you to it, and we'll be right back. 10:40 at WIOD. 2 open lines in Broward, 524 WIOD. Well, we've had a lot of stuff to do here. We got the Blockbuster Bowl tonight at 7:30, right? Penn State, Florida State. Woo! We got the Don Shula Show at 6:05, Sports Talk at 6:25. We got Dick and Dud at 2. And what am I leaving out? Oh, yeah, the Blockbuster Bowl. Well, we just had a spot on it. The tailgate party begins at 5 this afternoon under light pole S20. The Dolphin tailgate party starts, what? It says, don't forget the 610 WIOD Dolphin tailgate party beginning at 5 p.m. Sunday. Is the Dolphin game on in the evening that we don't know about? I don't think so. Dolphin game's at 1 o'clock. Well, I got a little confused. I think Yvette just couldn't handle the pressure. I think the Blockbuster thing is at 5 this afternoon. The Dolphin tailgate party starts at 10 in the a.m. or 11 on Sunday morning. Whatever. We got a lot of stuff going on. That's all we know. Kendall.
Hey, Neil.
Yeah.
You know what my favorite scene was in that Goodfellas movie? Who was that little guy who had the big mouth?
Tommy.
Tommy?
Yeah.
Yeah, when he went in that bar and the guy was giving him a hard time about being a shine boy, shoe shine boy.
Yeah. Blew him away.
And then they all, well, no, they didn't blow him away yet.
Oh, you mean when he shot him in the foot?
No. Well, they had the big argument in the bar and...
Oh, the other one, the first guy. I thought you were talking about the kid, the bartender. Oh, yeah, the first guy, yeah. Yeah, they did a number on him.
Yeah. No, the guy...
And he was still alive.
Kid?
No, the first guy.
Oh, in the trunk.
Yeah, he was still alive in the trunk. Boy, this guy must have really eaten his Cheerios that morning or something. They sliced him up. They kicked him in the head. They did everything to him. They put him in the trunk for a few hours. He's still alive.
No, the part where, well, they all did their shots, and the whole argument was over with. And then all of a sudden that guy busts out with, now go get your blanking shine box.
Yeah. Well, blanking was his whole, that word was like his whole repertoire. That was it.
Yeah, that was good.
It was excellent. Very good movie.
Meatloaf's a douchebag.
Okay.
Thanks.
10:42 at WIOD. One opening in Dade, 751. One in Broward, 524 WID. And let's try Deerfield on the Palm Beach line. Hello.
Hi, Neil.
How you doing?
Neil, can we press on here?
Press on as in press on lips?
Well, let's can we cut the Steve Kane talk to the Godfather talk?
Oh, what do you want to talk about, sir? First of all, we're not talking about Steve. He was mentioned by a guy who put him up to calling Morton Downey Jr., who's desperate to get a show out there tonight, some audience.
Sorry, I come back from a week on vacation. You're still talking about Steve Kane, and you're telling me we're not going to talk about him anymore.
No, you're the one that brought him up, sir. You've mentioned him now twice.
Please, sir. I'll see you at Pompano Table 511. Bye.
Oh, look who that is. Can you believe that jackass, that Mr. G? When you moving already, asshole, huh? When are you moving? What a moron. Did you hear who that just was that you put on the air while you're busy talking to some yenta on the phone? That was your buddy, Mr. Dry Clean. You are, I want to say this to him publicly, you are the biggest jerk, even worse than the guy with the eyes, any of them. And in the 15 years I've been in this market, I've encountered a lot of weird and bizarre people because they're out there. But you, Mr. G, are the biggest piece of walking excrement that ever was put on the face of the earth. You're just a jerk. And if allegedly you like the show and you're a big fan and you send me all this crap in the mail and your picture and your kid and your ugly wife and, what is your problem? Why can't you just be like a human being for a while, or would that be too out of character? Right in the middle of the holidays, he still has to be a jerk. I tell you, they're desperate on FTL. If I were you, where does he live? Yeah, he probably could hear him if he drives down the Ho Chi Minh Trail a little bit there. They're desperate for people like you, believe me. Please. Come next week when they start with their full-time abortion. Get in on it. I always thought his buddy was against abortion. The Canoli man is on the phone.
Hey, how'd you enjoy those cannolis?
Hey, feel so good. They were great.
Yeah, and I want to tell you not to worry. Steve Kane sleeps with the lobsters.
Can you believe they cut that show off in the middle last night on his station?
Why wouldn't they?
God
Why
almighty.
wouldn't they?
I wonder if Wart was putting us on about that. I don't think he'd make that up.
How could you make up something like that?
Exactly.
I mean, to call you up to tell you, why would you want to make that up?
Yeah.
Tells you how he's cut off, and then he says that he wants to punch out of that for tonight's show.
Oh, desperately. Well, that was obvious, but I feel so sorry because Mort lost his $80 billion that he had, and he's on a station that nobody can pick up.
That's it. Hey,
he needs the help. And Al Goldstein's a great guy, so 2 out of, however, is not so bad.
Not a bad shot. I'm glad you got to see Goodfellas. I thought it was terrific.
It was very good.
Yeah,
but I still want to tell you that, I don't want to go on about it because we don't want to get Steve and Mr. G upset, birds of a feather.
Absolutely
but Godfather 3 is so much better than I thought it was when I saw it the first time that I feel like I've done a grave injustice.
Yeah, well, I knew when we were talking Wednesday, and you missed the shot at the bishop at the end. You went backwards.
Yeah.
You were in trouble.
Well, no, because there were... Well, see, I kept kind of backtracking, trying to figure out what I had missed because I couldn't hear it and I couldn't see it. So I was always like a scene behind, and the stuff that went by fast, forget it.
Did you ever see Scorsese's first film, the one he did about the mob guys, Mean Streets?
Yeah, a long time ago.
All right, well, because I figured if you hadn't seen it, to pick it up in the video store.
Yeah.
It was also tremendous. Listen, have a Happy New Year.
Leave the gun.
You got it.
Bring the cannoli.
That's it.
Thanks a lot.
You got it.
That's a cannoli man from yesterday. Boy, he brought some of the most delicious. George is nodding his head. Did you take that one home? Great. He dropped the gun. He brought the cannoli. Excellent, George. You're learning fast. He could be our next Andy Garcia. We have an open line in Dade County, 751, and one in Palm Beach, 655-946-3, 655-WIOD. We're going to have Connie on the show one day soon, I think. She's going to be the new program director.
Give me the word, Uncle Sam.
Yeah, give me the word. I got a word for you. I think Tommy had the word in the first movie. Several times. Miami. Yeah.
Hey, speaking of Canoli, Mr. Canoli Eli is going to be on late night tonight. Dave.
Eli Wallach?
Yep.
Oh, man. I wish we had a shot at him, literally. Wish somebody would have had a shot at him before they made the movie. He was embarrassing.
Maybe they'll go some more Canoli tonight.
I mean, the daughter last night, I mean, so she's grotesque looking, but it didn't bother me, and even George Hamilton kind of like blended in. I had no problem with anything because the movie was so much better, but Eli, forget it.
Hey, you think that guy who played Tommy deserves an Academy Award nomination?
I think he deserved what he got. So it's about time somebody shut his ass up already. Man, was he obnoxious. God.
Boy, but he put away a lot of people, though.
Do you like that scene in the beginning where the, what's the guy with the kid who played the leading role? What was his name? Jimmy? I mean, what was his character's name? Whatever his name. In the beginning, and he's doing that thing where he said, you're really funny, and he pretended like he was getting all bent out of shape about that. That was tense. That was really, and everybody's getting real hushed around him and getting nervous.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
He would have been a good friend. If he and Sonny Corleone could have hung around together, they would have made a good pair. They'd have probably blown each other's brains out the first 20 seconds.
Speaking of that, he was in Home Alone, the guy who played Tommy.
Yeah, well, that's a good place for him. Have a great New Year.
And I saw The Godfather yesterday. I mean...
Oh, yeah? Well, is this like an afterthought now?
No. Vince was in... I was watching... I don't know if you saw the movie... what's his name? With Edward James Olmos. Oh, man, now I forgot what the hell it is.
You almost remember. I don't know. You're asking...
Stand and Deliver.
You're asking me to remember the name of a movie?
Stand and Deliver.
No, I didn't see it.
It was on last night, and he was in it. Andy Garcia was in it.
Great. He's terrific.
So he was great.
He's going to get an Academy Award this year.
Yeah. You should have asked Mort what happened with Stuttering John. He got in a fight with Stuttering John.
I have no idea who that is.
From your good friend from New York.
Stuttering.
Stern show.
Oh, I don't know who that... Oh, from the TV show.
Yeah.
I didn't see him.
Yeah, they got in a big fight.
Oh, I saw the clip of that. Yeah, I saw the clip. Well, that's more that contrived crap that Mort does. He gets in a fight with everybody. He still can't get a real job. Have a great New Year. Say goodbye.
It's a great job, I got to
See
tell you.
1048 at WIOD. We have an open line in Dade, 70501. We have an open line in Palm Beach, 655-9463, 655-WIOD. What do we have here? What is that? Tickets for what? Oh, to the Blockbuster Bowl. Great. Is this like a donation for Camillus House? Well, thank you very, very much. That's incredible. Look at these. Outstanding. Upper level, this is in the nosebleed section, but they're great tickets. No, thank you. That's great. Well, okay, how are we going to do this? They'll have to come and pick them up before 5. Thank you, and have a great New Year. Thanks. What is it? What is that? He just held up one index finger, or one finger. No, what we'll do is we'll do like we did the other day. We'll take bids on these. What is that? Oh, we'll take bids on these. It's a pair of tickets for tonight's Blockbuster Bowl. As you know, the game is sold out. Penn State, Florida State, the Seminoles, and the Nittany Lions. I almost couldn't remember Penn State's nickname. And, of course, that's easy. Nittany Lions. Get new uniforms, Joe, and get a new nickname, okay? Penn State is the most raggedy-looking major college team. Aren't they? They look ridiculous, those uniforms. They look like something out of the 1930s. They look like something out of the 90s, the gay 90s. And they're awful, Joe. Get some new uniforms. Anyway, call in your bid on those, and whatever we get, we'll go to Camillus House. You can bring your check and pick them up before any time this afternoon, right? Or not. And we'll be right back. Talking about that, but I thought we'd play the music just to annoy some people. Hollywood.
Yeah, hi, Neil. This is John.
Yeah, John?
Yeah, I work for Local 646, which is the Stage and Projectionist Union.
Yes, sir.
And Ridge Plaza is one of my theaters I cover for AMC.
Outstanding. Great theaters. No commercials, by the way, before the movie. And good previews and a great screen and excellent sound system. I was ecstatic.
Yeah, I just appreciate you mentioning that. And,
so anybody, in fact, I told my mother was asking me to let her know because my aunt and my mother every Sunday go to see a movie. And when I told her Tuesday that I was going to go see it after I left her house, she said, be sure and let me know how you like it because we'll go see it next Sunday. So I called her this morning on the way to work. I said, be sure, because she's down on Sterling Road, not that far away. And I said, just go up Pine Island to State Road 84 and go in and see it up there because it's a great theater.
It is. It's a shame it's out of the way like that.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Other than the first 2 or 3 rows, which, of course, nobody wants to sit that close, the place was packed. I mean, every seat was taken other than the first couple of rows.
Yeah.
Packed.
Everybody, it's a pretty good theater for every seat's a good seat.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, it was like 100 times better than what I saw on Tuesday, so you know it had to be fantastic.
Yeah, well, you can really, you need the light and the sound to be able to hear it, so...
It helps.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention that all the members of Local 646 are douchebags.
Okay, John.
Okay, take care.
Okay. I'd watch myself with those union guys, you know what I mean? Know what I mean?
It's 10:55.
Boy, I'm just, and you know, the message, there's so many messages I could get really maudlin, which I probably shouldn't do, but... You know, you watch that a couple of times, and, of course, on the heels of the whole saga and everything you read and this high treason that I just read by Robert Groden. And listen, you know, for us to be sitting here trying to change mankind and save the world, forget it. It ain't going to happen, okay? It's unfortunate, but that's the reality of things, okay? People come along like Kennedy and Martin Luther King and Bobby Kennedy and various others. Try to make changes, try to buck the real establishment, the people in power, and they're gone. Pope John Paul I, all of a sudden he went to bed in good health. He didn't wake up in the morning, okay? That's the world that you live in, folks. It's a slaughterhouse. So whether you like it or not, happy holidays from 610. Okay, 10:56. Let's, we got one. Oh, no, hold it. Okay, that's enough. One open line in Dade, 751, and one, of course, in Palm Beach, where they know, with the land of indifference in Palm Beach, 655-9463. Hi, Aaliyah.
Yeah, good morning, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Listen, my brother just remodeled his kitchen for Christmas holidays, and he's got a trash compactor and a perfectly good working oven range. I was wondering if the house could use it. He's got a what? My brother, he just redecorated his kitchen, and he took out his old trash compactor and his old oven range, and Salvation Army doesn't want it, and Vietnam vets don't want it, Red, White, and Blue doesn't want it. I was wondering if the house could use it over there, Camillus House.
A trash compactor?
And an oven range.
And a range?
Mm-hmm. They're in perfectly good working condition. He's going to put them on the heap. He's going to put them on the trash heap. And I figured maybe give you guys a call and see if you could use them out there.
Do we have the number over there? We don't have the number here. I'll give you the number in a little while for Camillus House, and when you get it off the air, call them personally, direct.
Okay, will we have to take it down there, or do they have a truck that picks
Well,
it?
They'll tell you. I'm sure they could probably pick it up.
Okay.
I mean, if you're giving it to them for nothing, what the hell?
Yeah, okay.
Okay?
All right.
Thank you.
Okay.
10:57. Look at that board now. We're down to 4 stinking calls at the end of the hour. I thought we came on this morning. I hadn't even said hello yet, and the board is just glistening. What? $50? $50? That sucks. But that's a start. We thank whoever started us off, but if you think you're going to get a pair of tickets for the Blockbuster Bowl, which is sold out, major attraction in our godforsaken community night for $50, you're whistling Dixie, but you just might get it. Based on what I'm seeing so far here, you just might get it, so hang on. We'll do it till 1. We'll do the cutoff like we did the other day. Do the cutoff at 1 o'clock, because I want to give people plenty of time to come down here and pick them up and to give us their fat check for Camillus House. We have an open line in Dade. We have one in Palm Beach, and we'll go to a mobile on the North Miami Beach thing.
Good morning, Neil.
Yes, sir. Woody.
Goodfellas was excellent, don't you think?
Yeah, I thought so. I'm tired of him, aren't you? Not only does he call every day, but he calls on a crappy phone. We can't understand what you're saying. If you were a good caller, we wouldn't mind. We'd listen through all the garbage. And like the Knots Landing lady, we love her, and we're willing to put up with a lot of that crap. But you're so chronic and boring that it just can't handle you. Okay, we have one in Dade and one on the Palm Beach line. Let's go to Plantation.
Yes, Fredo wasn't exactly a beautiful guy. He was pretty ugly.
Who?
Fredo.
Yeah.
Okay. Sonny's mistress, right, was fat and ugly also.
Yeah.
So Sophia's got a big nose and sort of ugly. So what?
But that's not the point. The point is she's supposed to be like a sex goddess. I mean, he looks at her like his whole heart just crumbled in the movie. Don't you understand that? That's the whole thing. She's supposed to be like this hot piece. That's the idea. That's why
That's why he falls for her.
Because she's ugly?
Well, it's in his blood.
Oh, because the family's got bad eyesight.
Right.
Now, thank you, sir.
No, Andy Garcia.
Yeah.
Look who his mother and father is. They weren't beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got it.
So she has a big nose. That seems normal.
Yeah. Right. And twisted lips.
Yeah.
And puffed up cheeks.
And innocent. I thought she did a good job. You couldn't have a beauty in there, could you?
Francis, nice talking to you. Can you believe Francis Ford Coppola calling in the show this morning? First we hear from Morton Downey, Francis Ford Coppola. What the hell will happen next, right? What the hell is going on here today? The lights just dimmed. The theme came on like it full, like just blasting. The needle is on the pin there. Look at that. George is trying to pull a needle off the pin. I can't believe it. Give it a good yank. Now try the needle. Okay, I think he's on the needle this morning. We got Chuck Meyer with our astute 11 o'clock news. We'll be back at 11:05. Rick and Suds at 2, Sports Talk at 6, Don Shula Show at 6:25, Blockbuster Bowl 7:30 tonight that we can't even describe on the air. Up yours, okay? I was going to say something else, and I realized what it meant. It was kind of like what Tommy would say. Anyway, we're back for hour number 2. We got the Blockbuster Bowl tonight. We're doing it. We got the Dolphin-Colts game on Sunday as we get ready to go into the playoffs. Kansas City's going to get clobbered by the Bears tomorrow to make sure we have a home game in the playoffs. Everything is going to be great.
Just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in.
He was great. Boy, is he good. He's just, I hate to say this because people are going to get very upset because it's subjective. De Niro's good. But he couldn't lick Pacino's shoes. He probably wouldn't want to either. Did you notice, by the way, in that last scene, remember I talked about at least he didn't die with an orange peel in his mouth? There was an orange on the ground. Did you see that? So in other words, he was probably getting ready to peel that orange. And just like Marlon Brando, like father, like son. If he would have stuck it in his mouth, maybe the dog would have laughed a little bit before he croaked. Homestead.
Oh, hi.
Hi. Our first lady caller of the day, and none too soon.
To tell you, I don't get sick of that music. That's great music.
Doesn't that do it for you?
I really like it. I've heard it a million times, and it's always...
Now, did you see the new one?
I haven't seen the film yet. I'm going to have to see it over.
Now, the music in the new one is great, but it's all like, it's very similar. You know what I'm saying? It's all like a outshoot of the first two.
Oh, I just spent a week in Sicily.
Are you serious?
Yeah, just spent a week there. Got back the 22nd.
In Palermo?
Uh-huh.
In Corleone?
Right on the water, overlooking this beautiful sunset. It was...
Italy, I don't want to claim to be a great Italy traveler because I spent a few days in Rome last summer, but it is beautiful.
Yeah, it was real nice. And trip across the island and all around the coast.
Food is tremendous.
Beautiful country.
Yeah.
They don't like us too well over there, but...
Well, maybe they got a point.
I wanted to tell you that's the first cannoli I ever had was in Sicily.
Really?
And I'm looking in South Miami down here, if anybody knows where I can get a decent cannoli.
Oh, now I wonder where those were from. The guy called earlier. He brought me in a half a dozen yesterday. They were some of the most delicious cannolis I've ever had.
I heard you mention them. That's
I'll mention it.
Call.
I'll mention it on the air as soon as he calls back or somebody else calls in and tells us. They were very good.
My husband just yelled out, "I'll give you a cannoli."
Yeah, I got your cannoli over here. Right.
I got your tape.
Great.
Tape was real good.
Now, if you would have given a cannoli you got in Sicily to Eli Wallach a little sooner, maybe we wouldn't have had to put up with him in this movie, okay? Wait till you see what he does with the cannolis, man. You'll go nuts.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm going to try to pick up that film this weekend or try to get out and see it this weekend.
You're going to try to pick it up?
Well, I mean, I'm going to try to get out to see it.
You're going to go steal it somewhere? Boy, she learned some good tricks in Sicily, I'll tell you that.
That's why everybody carries around those little violin cases. You know, they're really full of CDs and...
yeah, right. Reels, reel to reel. What did you see over there? What did you see in Sicily?
Well, went mostly just sightseeing. Went across the island over to a little town called Taormina, which is up on the top of a rock. They're really into building their cities on top of rocks. Mm-hmm. And did a little shopping, and I was over there on business, so I was working also. And then I went up to Rome and spent a week in Rome. I love it.
Oh, Rome is great.
Yeah, I spent a week there and saw all the tourist attractions.
Yeah. You didn't run into the Pope by any chance, did you?
No, he showed up about 2 days after I was walking.
Well, I think he was busy at the bank.
Well, listen, I want to call my two friends in Big Pine Key, Dan and Mitch, a douchebag.
Great.
And it was nice talking to you.
Well, get out and see it. You're going to go nuts.
I will for sure.
Have a great New Year.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Now, of course, there's an interesting thing about the Pope situation. Since they killed off John Paul I, alleged, and if you don't believe it, you got to be an idiot, and now we got John Paul II, what does that mean? But see, then people who want to defend him can always say, well, they tried to kill him too, and make it seem like that was somehow connected, as far-fetched as that may be. But it sounds good. 12 minutes past 11 at WIOD, and we'll be... Hey, let's go to a mobile in Miami on the Broward line.
It's force of habit. I just happen to be in Miami, but that's the number I use. How you doing?
Okay.
You know who has good cannolis? The Salvos, man. They make...
You're absolutely right. The Salvos in Hollywood and Plantation and in Davie.
The one in Davie. I live right by
Table Supply.
Also, speaking of right by the Salvos, there's a Blockbuster Video there on the corner.
Right.
And they got like 7 Godfathers that they have that they rent out. You can't get one, and you've got to wait about 3 weeks to get one on the waiting list. 7 movies, and you can't get them.
Incredible. It's hot.
You know, I never saw it in its entirety. I've seen little bits and pieces here and there, but now I'm psyched to see them both, you know, so I went to rent them. Can't get them. It's ridiculous. Can I borrow yours?
No.
I didn't think so. You can buy them there, though, but they're a little expensive.
Yeah, they'll be back.
Yeah, well, I can't wait. You know what I mean? So I'm going to be forced to buy one.
Wow, it'll be worth it. You'll have a virgin copy. It'll be great.
A virgin copy?
Yeah, something like that.
So who is it that swims with the fishes?
Luca Brasi.
Okay, just wanted to be...
Big fat Luca Brasi. He looks kind of like Debbie Ellis in her old age.
Like Big Rich.
Fat Rich. Without the glasses, yeah.
All right, have a happy New Year.
And the same to you, sir, and enjoy it, okay?
I certainly... Oh, can I... Listen, I never thought I would ever do this, but I would like to call somebody a douchebag.
Yeah.
Steve Kane is a douchebag.
Tell us something we don't know, pal.
Well, I haven't heard it in a while, so I wanted to hear it.
Happy New Year.
Thank you.
The higher I got, the more crooked it got. Unbelievable. We have an open line in Broward, 524-GANGSTER, 524-WIOD. We have the sultry lady, Dee, is on the line.
Good morning, Neil.
How you doing, Dee?
Very well, thank you.
That's great.
I wanted to know if you wanted to go to the movies.
What?
Do you want to go to the movies?
No, I'm movied out.
Are you?
I spent 6 hours. I spent from 4:30 till 10 o'clock last night in Pine Ridge Plaza, whatever it is.
Where's that at?
Where's it at? It's on Pine Island and State Road 84.
That's nice. I don't know anywhere down here yet. I wanted to wish you a very nice New Year.
Well, the same to you, Dee.
And stay on your diet.
Well, that's my New Year's resolution. I'm going to take off a quick 50 pounds, Dee.
And don't drive your new Corvette through Hialeah.
Why not?
They can't drive.
Is that a news bulletin? I used to live there. I know all about that.
Is that right?
But they do know how to honk the horn.
I don't know about that. Someone needs to show them how to turn on their lights at night.
Well, they like to conserve on energy, you know. Times are tough.
Right. We have a very good New Year.
And the same to you, Dee.
And I wanted to call Noel a royal douchebag.
Okay.
Have a nice day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye. 11:19 at good old WI. Oh! See? Well, I have to look first because the cart machines are on the floor. Now, if we ever get that triple decker up here nice at eye level where we can see what we're doing, it'll be great. It'll be almost like a real damn radio station. Wow! Won't that be something? God, we heard from Morton Downey Jr. this morning. And the Canoli guy. Did he ever call back to tell you where those cannolis were from? Those were excellent. God. And they were like Christmas cannolis. They had the little red and green sprinkles on the outside. Man. After I ate the second one, though, I started feeling like, I looked in the mirror, I looked just like Eli Wallach on a bad day. My hair started turning white. Started getting that Rick Weaver look. Mobile. Mobile?
Good morning.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
Okay.
I've got a question for you since you're talking about The Godfather. In The Godfather Part III, maybe you might know it, or one of the listeners, when Pacino was talking to the Hyman Roth character, were they trying to make him the president? Was that what they were going to try and do in that movie?
Make him the president?
Yeah, they said something about just having the money to do it and becoming president of the United States. Were they trying to make going to have him become the president at that time?
No, I don't.
There was always a reference there which I never quite understood with the movie.
Well, I'll watch it again this weekend. I'll let you know on Monday.
All right, perfect.
Okay.
Thanks.
Happy New Year. George is wincing, and I don't. Well, you know me. Far be it from me to answer because I can't remember where I was yesterday, except at that beautiful man. What a great theater. Beautiful, great sound, a real big screen. It was like being in a real movie. Remember in the old days when we used to have real movie theaters? With a big cinerama with a giant screen and the big sound all the way around, like with more than 10 seats. It was great. Those little places with 10 seats, that's okay if you're watching like Debbie Does Deerfield or something like that. Be real close and intimate with it, that's fine. But not to see a real movie. Get serious. 21 after 11 at WIOD, and we'll be right back. There, all of a sudden, all the date lines, the date bank is blank. How do you like that? It even rhymes. 751 and Palm Beach dropped off. We're playing with our marbles here today, folks. I told you that. For just the beginning of the show, I thought, well, not going to be too bad considering this Christmas to New Year thing. Like yesterday was like really yanking out molars, man. But we understand. We understand you're busy, you have a full, rich life, and you got a lot of stuff to take back to the store, right? 751 WIOD in Dade, 655 in Palm Beach, Fort Lauderdale.
Hey!
Yeah.
How are you, buddy?
Okay, pal.
What's doing?
What do you want?
Can I talk to you?
Yeah.
Sorry, got you on that.
Get rid of that
thing,
speakerphone. Let's make a New Year's resolution right now. Get rid of all those speakerphones. Kill them.
Well, I'm sorry about that.
Bury them.
It's just you have to sit there on hold for so long to get in to talk to the master.
Yeah, right.
Well, look, how's everything? I think you're going to have a great 1991 because I'm really looking forward to it. I am. I think things are going to work out well for everybody. You included?
So in other words, you got nothing to say, right? Have a nice New Year. 11:28 at WIOD. We have an open line. That's one of those calls where he's on the speakerphone, assuming he's never going to get on the air, and then when you go to him, it's such a state of shock, and he scrambles back, gets on a real phone, and he's still got nothing to say. 524 WIOD. Let's try Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Hi, Neil. Happy New Year.
Same to you, sir.
I wanted to let you know of an experience I had recently. I was in Orlando.
Yeah. Well, that's an experience.
You ever been over to Crackers in Church Street?
No.
Well, I went there the other night to have dinner and watch the Monday Night Football game on Saturday night.
Yeah.
Go there, and the place is like 5 people in the whole restaurant.
Yeah.
Go there, there's 4 TV sets on. They all have the Utah Jazz versus the Orlando Magic.
There you go.
Yeah, real exciting. He asked the bartender to switch the channel. He says he can't have to speak to the manager. Speak to the manager. He said, I cannot change it. I asked him why. He says there's people here that want to watch the game, and if you change the channel, then these people may walk out.
Yeah. I'd have called Tommy in from Goodfellas. He'd have taken care of it.
I couldn't believe that. I want to tell you about a good Italian restaurant to go to also during the holidays, Capriccio's.
Yeah.
You've been there before?
No.
It's on Pines Boulevard and University.
Okay.
On the southwest corner, really good Italian food.
Okay, sir.
And I want to I wanted to call someone a douchebag if I could.
Yeah?
I wanted to call Valerie Giliberti a douchebag and happy birthday to her husband.
Okay, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Arrivederci. I'm going to Louis in the Bronx. They have the best veal in the city. We have an open line at... No, we don't. Look at that. Boy, they're putting on a good act this hour, I'll tell you that. Who are you kidding? Plantation. Okay, nice talking to you. Probably one of my neighbors. Up yours, pal. Mobile.
Hello.
In Leisure City.
Yeah, in Leisure City, heading south.
We're impressed.
How are you?
I'm okay.
Okay, I've listened to you for years. I went to one of your remotes, and it was a lot of fun. I couldn't believe there were 300 people at Charcoals.
Yeah, we had a great remote at Charcoals. That was fabuloso.
It was really great. I even got hit in the head with a hat that you threw at me,
Great.
and I'm wearing it to go fishing today.
Wonderful. Boy, do we take care of our crowd or what?
You sure did. I also dropped off those 25 alarm systems for you, if you recall.
Oh, yeah.
And I just want to, from International Alarm, there's no cost for installation or for the equipment to the people that want them. And for any installations we do up to the end of January, we'll give $50 to Camillus House. And another $50 we'll buy a gift certificate for the homeowners to one of your restaurant sponsors so they can go out to dinner.
Wonderful. Thank you, sir. You're a great American.
And thank you for what you're doing for Camillus House.
Okay. See ya.
Right.
It's 11:30 at WIOD. We have an open line on our Star line. It's Star IOD. If you have Bell South Mobility, and of course, if you have anything else, you're screwed. Let's go to Miami. Hello.
Lorenzo's Market on 163rd Street has a Canoli.
Right, or on West Dixie Highway.
West Dixie Highway. That's it.
Lorenzo's is outstanding.
Yeah.
You're right.
I don't know if that's where he got them from, because I got some yesterday. And they had the little sprinkles on the end.
Probably. Lorenzo's is tremendous.
But there's nothing, as far as I know, there's nothing further south, like in South Miami or anything. I don't know of anything.
Really?
I don't know.
What about that other Italian market on 163rd Street called Rippy's, or is that what the name of it? It's been there for years. Never been in there, but I've been by there.
I don't know.
I'm sure they would have it.
I think
that's where Clemenza used to get his.
Think so?
Yeah.
Okay. Have a good day.
And the same to you. It's just a little joke, okay? Leave the gun. Bring the cannoli. We have an open line. You people are you're in the twilight zone, okay? You just don't understand anything that's going on in the world. You're oblivious. You're all into your own little stinking narrow worlds with your steel-pelted radios and your pop-up toasters and your videos of Harry and the Hendersons. What the hell do you know about what's really going on today? Bart Simpson dolls and all your crap. Your Arsenio Hall blow-up dolls. Man. All your supercilious characters like Harry Hamlin from L.A. Law. Why don't you get with it? We're the real show. By the way, Guiding Light is getting really neurotic during the holidays now. Now that we don't have Mike Bauer and Bert Bauer and Papa Bauer to sing all the Christmas carols, man, we are all screwed up on Guiding Light. I don't think we're going to make a comeback. You know, I walked out of the theater when the movie ended last night. I'm humming this music. Oh, and I know what I forgot to tell you. See, there's always little tidbits that you forget. As I'm walking out, and I'm sitting like in about the 5th or 6th row, because by the time, which was fine, because it's a big theater and that's plenty far back. But as I'm walking out, there were like a group of about a half a dozen, I'd say people in their 60s, and they're speaking Italian to each other on their way out. And one guy looked like, he might have been, well, he looked a little rough, you know. He looked like he might have just come from Palermo or somewhere with an offer you can't refuse. They were pretty interesting. Needless to say, I didn't stick around to ask any questions. Miami Beach.
Hey, Neil.
Yeah.
Neil, I got a problem.
It sounds like it. It's called constipation.
Yeah.
Take a little Metamucil. You'll feel better in the morning.
Hey, there's a person that plays on the Dolphin. He thinks the running back.
Yeah. Stick him in the desert. Don't give him a mat. 11:33. We're sick of the Sammy Smith jokes already. We'll give him a chance, okay? Let me ask you, who'd you rather have, Eric Dickerson with all his problems and his big mouth, or Sammy? Okay, think about that for 2-3 seconds. Let's go to Harbor Beach. What the hell is that? Harbor Bay? What the hell is that?
Neil.
Yeah.
Harbor Beach Marriott. I'm sitting at the pool on my mobile phone from Detroit. Hello?
Now, wait a minute. Run that by me again.
I'm from Detroit. I brought my mobile phone with me, and I'm sitting at the pool at the Harbor Beach Marriott.
Oh, I see. I got you now. Well, this is very confusing.
Sorry about that. I listen to you every year while you're here, while I'm here. And why are you so tame this year?
What do you mean by that?
Well, there's very little hostility this year.
Well, it's the holidays, sir. What the hell do you want?
I want, there's no condo commandos. There's
no, we got plenty of time for that old crap, okay? This is the time for love and brotherhood. And,
no problems with management this
mafia
year?
shootouts. We have a constant problem with management when they're here. This is the holidays. They're all gone.
Oh, they're gone now?
So you want to inflict on us all the stuff that we try to get away from during the holidays.
Yeah,
we have a nice extended rest here.
I'm only here during the holidays.
Well, call up Dick Purton in Detroit. He keeps abreast of everything that's going on this show. I got a nice Christmas card from Dick Purton, by the way.
Do you? We listen to Dick Purton every morning.
Dick is great.
Yeah, he's a
and
very
Dick Purton's good, too.
Pardon me?
I say Dick Purton's great.
Yes, he's very good. But when we're in Florida, we only listen to you.
Great. Well, you have excellent taste.
Okay, thanks.
Be sure and give Dick a big kiss for us.
I will mention it to him.
Have a great New Year.
Okay, thanks.
See ya. He don't know what we're doing. 11:35, and of course we don't either, which makes it more exciting. We'll see you at Lou's Finer Delicatessen, okay, sir? We'll see you at, I don't know, at Vanelli's on Woodward. Most of the other great places from when I was there are gone. That's the problem with trying to go back. Everything is gone. Prince Spaghetti House in Boston, gone. I bet you the old Joe and Nemo's on Massachusetts Avenue in the Back Bay is probably gone, too. Boy, did we eat some pizza and hoagies in that place. I mean hoagies. I mean a sub sandwich. These places here, I'm telling you, this is make-believe here. Conway Twitty should sing the theme song. It's only make-believe for this whole area. It's like a shadow of real life. Although we used to have Meyer Lansky and B.B. Rebozo. We got our guys. How about a little remote from Golden Beach? Wouldn't that be... No, we blew it. God, on Tuesday, on Christmas Day, when we had the grand opening of Godfather 3, we could have done the show remote from Golden Beach.
Yeah, that would have been good.
We might have even run into some of the people from the movie. 24 till noon at WI... Okay, let me look down here. There it is in the bottom machine.
Oh!
D, and we'll be right back. What the hell is that? All right, let's see if it does it again. Don't touch it. Let's see if it runs through again. Is it still requeuing? Is it requeuing? Let's see if it runs through. We could just let it go on an endless loop. We don't want to be here today anyway. Screw it. Did it queue up yet? No, it's still... Oh, nuts. Man, that would be great. Anyway, I'm curious if Hank Goldberg, if we have like a real commitment to him being on with this 8 to 11 tonight, which Hank is doing a great job, how come he's never on? It's just like he used to be before, when Stan was here. And when Randy was here, most people didn't complain about it, when she was preempted. But seriously, last night we had at UM... How many, with all honesty, I mean, I hope UM basketball gets on the map and we get some people out there to support it. But how many people do you think are listening? I think we got enough chairs in this room for the people who are listening to that game, and they took most of the chairs out, okay, when Bennett left. But anyway, so it looks like Hank is definitely going to stop by next Friday. Now, KT, our crack sales staff this week, he's the whole sales staff. Nobody else is here, which says a lot. And we're going to do our show next week at Calder. Now, about 10 minutes ago, it was going to be up on the rooftop. Now he tells me it's in the winner's circle. And we've got all kinds of great... Well, the winner's circle at least is in the grandstand, okay? So you don't have to pay through the nose to get in the clubhouse. That'll be great. And you can get in a grandstand for $1. Is it $2 at Tropical? Well, whatever the hell it is, a couple of bucks. Won't kill you. And we're going to be down there in the winner's circle, and Phil Saltzman's going to be by, and Hank will be there touting like crazy, and we'll give out some winners and losers, and it'll be a good time. Okay, let's go to Pompano.
Hey, Rogers.
Yeah.
Look, I'm going to break your face. You don't start to talk about the Miami Heat, you hear?
The what?
The Miami Heat.
What the hell is that?
You got it. The basketball team won last night, Mama.
Heat up this.
It's 11:42. We got an open line in Broward, 524, terminal 524 WIOD. Let's try South Miami.
Neil.
Yeah.
That guy sounded terminal.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, he lives at the airport.
You think so?
No, seriously, when he goes home every day, there's a big sign over his house that says terminal.
Hey, listen, I was watching On the Waterfront.
Marlon Brando, Eva Marie Saint.
What did he do? Did he sit on
Lee
an
J.
air
Cobb,
hose or
Rod
something?
Steiger. What?
Did he sit on an air hose and just like inflate?
Marlon?
He has Goodyear blimp written on the side.
Well, he lives with Michael Jackson, who's not known for eating a lot, so I guess he must be eating for two.
I would
Wait a minute, I
say
think
so.
we have the sound effects of Marlon being awakened in the morning. Listen. Yeah, they hook him up to a hose.
I think so. Hey.
Yeah, he gets a big hose job every morning, and then he's ready to go.
I think he might like that.
Yeah.
Hey, also, another thing about the Dolphins, Eric Kumaro and Sammy Smith, do you think the Bills would take those two for
Please wrap them up
tournament
in a basket, put a Christmas ribbon on them, and send them to Buffalo in a box.
I'm serious. They need to get rid of them.
Amen.
Okay. Hey, listen, long-time listener, first-time caller, you're great.
Happy New Year, sir.
You too.
In spite of what they say.
Bye-bye.
See ya. Connections, right?
And he probably would have talked like this by now, too, with all the...
Man, was he picking out... And did you read that book? Of course not. By Albert Goldman about the last 24 hours. They had him on so many pills. I'll tell you, you'd have to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and just keep swallowing till noon to devour all the pills that he was eating. It was just incredible. Open line in Dade, 751 Doctors Are Quacks, and one in Broward, 524 WIOD. Miami Beach.
Miami Beach.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Same to you, sir. Happy New Year.
Neil, Flores has cannolis.
That's right. How could we forget? Right up the street.
Right.
Boy, those would be great today. We'd sure love a cannoli from Flores today.
I get orders from them.
Delicious. They got some of the best cannolis this side of Sicily.
Right. All right, take care. And
Thanks
stay
for the
well.
memory, sir. Have a happy. Okay. Well, I'm glad he called. How could we forget it? They've sent cannolis here before. Jeez, are we dumb or what? They're probably really PO'd now. Some very nice caller calls in and says, who's got cannolis? And we forget all about Flores, our neighbors right up the street who feed us and take good care of us, who got that great stuff. Man, are we douchebags. But at least we admit it. We have two open lines in Dade at 751-9463. 751 WIOD. Boy, I can't wait for Colorado to kick the crap out of Notre Dame here on New Year's. Can you? Man, I don't care how many downs they got in that game. I hope they get 5 downs every series against Notre Dame, just to make it even. You think the Pope is flying in for that one? Miami Lakes.
Hey, Neil.
Oh, boy, here we go. We started an epidemic. Yeah.
You know who invented the city of Las Vegas, don't you?
Who's that?
Mo Green.
Yeah. Give him a new pair of glasses, will you?
He was a man of vision and guts.
Yeah.
And there isn't even a plaque or a signpost or a statue of his in that town.
Mikey, you don't come to Las Vegas and talk to a man like Mo Green like that.
Somebody put a bullet through his eye.
Yeah.
No one knows who gave the order.
Yeah.
When I heard it, I wasn't angry. I knew Mo. I knew he was headstrong, talking loud, saying stupid things. So when he turned up dead, I let it go. And I said to myself, this is the business we've chosen.
Right, Hyman.
I didn't ask who gave the order because it had nothing to do with business.
Right, Meyer. Hyman. There he goes. Meyer Lansky making a little comeback. That was good. Call from Golden Beach, our first of the morning. Nice hearing from you folks over there. Do you really think there's any, mafiosi types in Golden Beach? I think that's just a bunch of crap. Although it is interesting, in all the years I've been on the air, I don't think we ever had a real call from Golden Beach, huh? Well, they're busy over there. They're in the olive oil business. All 3 lines in Dade open as the Red Sea. Look at that. That's happened twice this morning already. Everybody else seems okay. Dade County, out of sorts this morning, huh? 751-9463. 751 WIOD. Well, they're all getting ready for the bowl. Isn't that where you go around New Year's? Everybody heads for the bowl, like on the morning after? 12 minutes till noon, and we'll be right back. You know who he is? Do you know who that is doing production in this room? Never seen him before in my life. What do you do, just stop in? Does he work at some other station somewhere? Is he like from the coast? God help us if he's from the coast. Okay, even on the holidays when there's nobody here, you get screwed. Let's go to Lauderhill. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
How you doing?
Pretty good. I wanted to wish you a Happy New Year.
And the same to you, sir.
All right. Say you're doing a lot of good things for Camillus House. We've already sent in our check.
Thank you.
I wanted to play you something that I thought, I know you're Godfather intensive, and I can't say the same. I've got pizza on my breath, though.
Yeah. Well, that's a start.
I wanted to play you something here I think you'll like, okay?
Okay. We probably won't be able to hear it, but give it a shot.
Here we
go. Okay. Sounds good.
Florida. The rules are different here. The beaches are hot.
Oh, what is that so hot?
water is cool.
I won't be able to make it today because I'm at the bottom of the pool.
And the nightlife never stops.
Break your arm, you say, who's on first?
By day, the city sizzle. Florida. The rules are different here. The people have a voice.
Scale of 1, I'd say minus, well, it's the holidays, be kind, 4 billion? Oh, God, I get like goosebumps all over my kneecaps. 11:54, here's a mobile in Miami. Hello.
Good morning, Neil.
Buenos dias.
Same to you, pal. I wanted to let you know that not only am I a Neely, but I'm also an avid Arsenio Hall fan.
Oh, God. Nobody's perfect, okay?
I heard you knocking him yesterday.
What's the knock? I mean, he's just a geek.
Hey, whoop, 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 whoop.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, I wanted to...
Not only that, they stole that from Morton Downey. I mean, that whole barnyard crap.
Now, there's an animal, but...
well, there you go.
Okay, but anyway, seriously, I wanted to thank you on behalf of the entire Dade County community for your charitable work with the Camillus House. We do very appreciate it. I'm involved in charity myself. So, Happy New Year to you, pal, and go Dolphins.
Okay.
Bye.
Stick Arsenio in the desert and give him a map of Oges. We have an open line in Dade, one in Broward, one in Palm Beach. We're halfway through this Friday, through this godforsaken land of the lost. There's almost nobody in the building. Just like make-believe. What is that? That was quick. Is that from Flores? Boy, they must have come up here in a helicopter. One for George and one for me, eh? Look at that. There you go. I'll take the big one. Ooh, boy, look at those. These are... How could I have ever forgotten about these, huh, while I was trying to reform? These are the best, man. Oh, God. Oh, just stuff one of those in your cheek and you feel just like Marlon Brando. And the cream and the filling is like sticking out over the end, so you can do like Connie did in the movie last night, where he says, you're skinny, you eat it, because he's afraid she's going to poison him, Eli Wallach. And so she just, like, sucks the little tiny, teeny-weeny bit off the end there. The cannoli. Oh, and these have, like, little chocolate chips in them, don't they? Is that what those are? Man. Thank you, guys. Flores has got the best cannoli in history. Roger, I'm sorry we don't have... They only sent 2. Well, it was an emergency shipment. One for me and one for the new Cuban godfather, George, in there. Wants to be Andy Garcia Jr. Oh, these are... This is like dying and going to... Oh, there was a great line in Goodfellas, by the way. I cracked up. I think some of the people in the theater got offended. They were talking about Florida... And she says, you ever been to Florida? And she says, no. She says, Florida's like dying and going to Jew heaven. Oh, it was incredible. Miami, she says, like dying and going to Jew heaven. And I just cracked up, and some of the old Jews in the theater give me a dirty look.
That must be him. That's him.
Mobile in Key Largo.
Yeah, Mr. Neil.
Buenos dias, amigo.
Buenos dias. I'm south of there. How you doing today?
Oh, just wonderful.
So you're having a pretty peaceful show this morning.
So far.
So I see the WID family and the Channel 7 family has called a truce for the holidays.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I haven't heard anything about Rick lately.
Well, we don't know. That's the problem. We can't get the story behind the story on that pedestrian that allegedly got hit after the Eagles game.
Oh, God, I didn't hear about that. Well, I can't... That's something else.
There he is.
There he is. He's a star.
Now, let me ask you something. Wouldn't he have been great in one of the Godfathers instead of Al Martino? Boy, if he would have been singing, they'd have blown his stuff away in about 3 seconds.
Yeah, he would have been out one of those stained glass windows in a heartbeat.
He'd have been sleeping with the tunas.
Say, I got to tell you, I was sitting there working late right before Christmas, and Channel 7 come up with this thing, Countdown to Crisis. I could hardly stand it.
I know that.
I thought I was watching Network.
It reminds me of ABC, the thing they did with the hostages back when Carter was in office. Remember when the Iranian lunatic, the Ayatollah, was holding the hostages and they started Nightline?
Oh, too bad.
And here they're doing the same thing. Countdown to the killing, they ought to call it, to the bloodshed. They are the most bloodthirsty bunch of maniacs over here next door. It's just... let's kill somebody for the holidays.
Well, I tell you, it's a pleasure listening to your news reported accurately and at least as peacefully as it can be. And that sensationalism is just driving everybody crazy.
You bet. Have a great holiday.
You too, man.
See you.
Bye.
As a matter of fact, the thing with the TV news people, they want to show you somebody crying. Now, there was a story I've meant to mention. There was one day early last week where those girls were playing with the guns. They stayed home from school, those teenage girls. And, as always happens, they start playing with the guns, and one of the girls got killed with a gun. And they showed the scene. It was down in South Dade. I think it was a Cuban family. And the grandmother came along. The daughter was the sister was getting hysterical. She was jumping. And then the grandmother comes along, and they tell her, and she passed out. And they taped it, and they had to put it on the air. It was the worst and the poorest taste of anything I think I've ever seen in my life. And it was, of course, on your hometown Gore station right next door, Channel 7. You people make me puke. Stroke this, Rick. You are embarrassing, okay? Man, they are just hysteria TV for the 90s. That's what they ought to call it. And that Penny, man, she comes on and it looks like she's just like Connie Corleone, man. She's just prepared to report the end of the world and is pretty happy about it, too. Man. Anyway, the very calm, the very erudite Elaine Etor is standing by with the responsible, boring noon WIOD news. And then we'll come back. Or 12:05, 12:06, whenever she's good and ready. We got the Rick and Suds at 2, the Don Shula Show at 6, Sports Talk at 6:05, and the big Blockbuster Bowl from Joe Robbie Stadium, Penn State and Florida State, 7. Except this, pal. 12:07 at WIOD. Look at that Dade bank again. Everybody else is on the horn. Dade County, it's the third time Dade. There must be something going on in Dade that we don't know about. Is Lou Holtz handed out money on street corners? Is that what's going on? What the hell is going on, man? Weird. Anyway, thanks to Anna Martinez. Anna, we love you at Tinsley Advertising. Anna sends the whole package. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. One moment, please. Thank God my soda can was empty, you know it? I think that was an omen. Like I started to say, she sends the whole press package for Godfather Part III. Here's the thing with all the pictures. Let me open this up. There's Michael. Oh, what a look on his face. Like, boy, this show really is biting the big one. I think I'm going to do something about it. Man. Let me see who else. We got all these glossy photos in here. And it says on her card, compliments of the Corleone family. How do you like that? She wrote that on there. A little humor, Anna, not much. And there's, oh, look at that. There's the old Michael with, what's his name, Andy Garcia in the background, looking down for that orange on the ground. And here they are in the opera. And here Niro is whispering into his ear, sweet nothings. Oh, look at this. Just picture after picture. And here's the definitive picture for Godfather 4. There's Andy Garcia and Connie, the godmother. Boy, is she a bitch or what? Oh, and there's, what's her name? There's Sophia. Oh, God. Oh, and I just ate that cannoli, too. It's backing up on me. Whoa. Okay, it's 12:09. Let's take a call or two. We got a couple lines still open in Dade, and somebody crapped out in Broward. We don't care. We're just having a great Friday. I got to be honest with you. The cannoli from Flores was sensational. God, was that good. It was just oozing with stuff. Here's oh, we got some mail? Well, that's good. Thank God Roger's still here. He's going through the mail, getting us some stuff. This place is so incredible. There's just like nothing going on. And, of course, you know what they say. When the rats are away, the cats will play, or so however the hell that goes, you know? So the people who are here, they're just goofing off. They're not doing anything either. Like out in front, for example, where the mail is probably all piled up. I wonder if that ACN library may have come in. No? We better keep our eye out for that because somebody may come in and try to pawn that over the weekend. You know who I'm... Well, we don't want to get into it. Here's a mobile implantation.
Happy New Year, Neil.
And the same to you.
Well, thank you. The Godfather theme you're playing, is that from 1?
Yes, sir.
And
I wish I had the music from 3, but unfortunately nobody has it yet, or if they have, they sure haven't sent it over here.
And I assume there's Godfather.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick it up at 6 today. Thank you.
Outstanding.
Bye-bye.
See you. Wow, are we generating some business for this or what? We ought to get we ought to get in the family. Just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in. Why the hell can't I have a little piece, huh? We all want a little piece of the action. We'll be good boys. How much have we got on the ticket? Still $50? I got to be honest with you. It's very embarrassing because the face value of each ticket is $28. So we got 2 tickets for tonight's Blockbuster Bowl at Joe Robbie Stadium, and I will tell you up front they're upper level, but what the hell you want? It's sold out. They're just almost impossible to come by. And we got a bid of $50, and that's going to be it at 1 o'clock. If nobody outbids that, they're going to get it and come by this afternoon with a check for Camillus House, and they're going to go to the game tonight. Right? I guess that's probably going to be it. Well, screw the audience. Boynton Beach.
Happy New Year.
And the same to you, sir.
I'm a big Godfather fan from 1 and 2, but I'll tell you, I was kind of leery when I went to see Goodfellas, but I'll tell you, that was one of the best movies I have ever seen.
Well, it was outstanding, but not in the same class with Godfather.
Not in the same class.
Different genre, but very, very good.
But for a modern... Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw it yesterday.
Oh, yesterday? Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, that's what I came on to talk about today. I did a whole thing yesterday how I kept checking the movie times, and nobody seems to know what I'm talking about. I went to see Goodfellas at 4:30.
What did you think of it?
It ended at 6:45, and then I went in the big theater there at whatever that is, Davie, and I saw The Godfather 3 on a big screen with the surround sound. It was great.
What did you think of Goodfellas?
I just got through telling you it was great. I give it a 9.
Good. Okay.
It was excellent.
I just wanted to put my 2 cents.
The only thing I still don't understand how in 8 years he managed to get all those zits in his face. You know, and I don't get that. He must have eaten a lot of chocolate or been doing something an awful lot for 8 years there.
That was when he was on that soap opera. I think it was.
That must have been it. Yeah. Boy, did he get he looks like James Woods on a bad day. But he was very good acting, and of course De Niro was great as always. Everybody was good.
A great actor.
And that little guy who played Tommy, Joe Pesci or whatever his name is, he was outstanding. But he deserved what he got. He was a pain in the ass, and it was great.
Great movie.
Outstanding.
Okay, Neil.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, if you haven't seen that, the good news is it's still playing in at least I don't know if it's playing anywhere else, but it's still playing there in the AMC, whatever the name of that thing is, Pine something. What the hell do I know? It's on the corner of Pine Island and State Road 84, and it is outstanding. Anyway, 12 minutes past noon at WIOD, and Pompano Harness has a great line. I've opened up because we had one envelope left over from yesterday, and then Roger just brought in a dribble of some of the mail from up front today. Look at that. Here's one to Paul Lyle. Here's one to Sandy Payton. Well, I'll tell you, do we get mail? If I had $1 for every piece of junk mail that this station gets in a year, I could retire. I'm not exaggerating. I have never seen a radio station that gets so much junk mail. Remember we had the holiday and we had about 4 or 5 days worth of mail pile up in those 3 boxes? I went through there. I have never seen anything like it in my life. But anyway, the good news is I've opened up 2 envelopes. This one from Rich Pachter. The first one had a $300 check. This one is a $500 check from our good friend, Mr. Music, Rich Pachter. So in 2 checks, we got $800. And I got a few more over here, too, and I'm sure there's some other mail out there as well. $800. That brings us to $94,545. Did I tell you that sometime next week we're going to go over 100,000? Guaranteed. What? $94,545. Don't tell me no, okay? Did I not? What does it say in there? 94. You know, he comes in here, he wants us to, he's desperate for us to play this Farstunkina thing that he's got just, Corey is in here, by the way, for our listening audience that's been enjoying the show up till now. And now he's giving me that's not right. Whatever is in there was $94,045, right? Is that what it says? Well, I just opened up another one, if you were listening, for $500. So, right, make it $545. Okay, can you handle it? I don't know what the 3 fingers means. How about this one? Do you understand this finger, okay? Man, is he slow. He's directing me like he's the new director. And who the hell is that on the phone again? Man, I'm telling you, Marvin, I don't know what you've left. This guy is on the phone for hours, ever since the holidays. He just sits there, he's got it glued to his ear. On and on and on. That's it. You can know there's an eraser there. Don't get with your suit and everything. Don't, oh, what a slob. And he's wiping the chalk on his suit. There's an eraser right there, dummy. It's supposed to be right on the ledge. Right in front of your nose. God, are you embarrassing. God. 545. Atta boy, good job. Take this into, what's his name, and if he ever gets off the phone, we'll play it in there, okay? That's the only reason you showed up. Yes, it is. Cut the crap. 1219 at WIOD. Davey.
Hi, how are you, Neil?
Great, how you doing?
I just wanted to tell you a typical South Florida holiday cheer story.
I'll bet.
A friend and myself are trying to help a friend that's over in Saudi Arabia as part of Desert Shield, and we called the utility companies to help her out and try to get them to put things on hold. And the utility companies, all except for one, said that they don't make provisions for people in Desert Shield. And they're shutting all the utilities in her apartment off.
Isn't that lovely? Isn't that wonderful?
I cannot believe
Here we have these people over there trying to protect us from a bunch of crazy Arabs, and we're shutting their power off.
The douchebags.
Yeah. Slime balls. Couldn't be FPL, could it?
Actually, they're the only one that is willing to make a provision.
Like I said, we like FPL a lot.
Yeah.
Couldn't be Southern Bell, could it?
The phone company, the gas company,
screw
the water.
them. And the water people?
Yep. They're all shutting her off.
Bunch of douchebags.
That's right. I just wanted everybody to hear about that, this wonderful Godfather company we have.
Yeah. Yeah, they probably do business with the Corleone family.
I bet they do. Hey, spread the word for me, and happy holidays.
Same to you.
Bye.
Bye. Unbelievable. Everywhere you look, there's another Scrooge under the bed. 20 afternoon, we got an open line in Palm Beach, 655-9463. We still got $50 on those tickets? George? You know, see, the audience thinks I'm joking, but all this week, in fact, there was one point the other day where I took a break, and he was in there. I don't have any idea who he's talking to. Maybe Michael is calling from Sicily. Maybe he just had a headache in the film.
I'm taking ticket stuff. It's up to 75.
Ticket stuff for 75? It takes that long? If they want 75, my God. So we got $75. That's the message. I mean, if you're going to come up with some real money, then we got some time for you, okay? WIOD, George is taking ticket stuff.
Hello?
Hold on. Okay, 21 past noon, like I said, and we'll be... George, you ready? We'll be right back. Amazing. I open up the next check in the mail here. It's another $500. Morse Diesel in Fort Lauderdale. We thank them very profusely. And open up a couple of others. $95,000. We just crossed another barrier here. $95,115 and counting. Boy, are we doing it this year or what? I can't get over it. It's like it's not really happening. Okay, 1226 at WIOD. I'm going to pick a horse real quick in the first race. I don't know. Is Phil listening? He can't hear it up there. Somebody will have to get him the word or too bad. Sapphire Mist, the 2-horse, Stuart Elliott in the first race. I was looking at the race. I thought, well, I don't want to pick a 2-year-old race. I look at the first, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth. The first seven. The first 7 races today are 2-year-olds. And, well, we have an open line on the Star Line, Star IOD. Let's go to Miami. Hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Great.
All righty. Hey, did Ward Downey send a check in or what?
Ward, we're still waiting for you. He said it's in the mail.
I bet. Let me ask you, whatever happened to that cart, Flintstones? You remember that a long time ago?
The Flintstones?
Yeah, like you getting Flintstoned and all that?
Oh, yeah, it's around somewhere.
That's kind of lost in the archives, isn't it?
Yeah, it's in the second rack.
Yeah. And I'll just eat some pizza loft over here. Hang on. And what about UM? You think they're going to blow the Texas Longhorn or what?
Well, maybe or not, as the case may be. I couldn't care less, to be honest with you.
No way? You don't like no deal with that?
No.
Okay, now one more thing. Have you ever seen Al Pacino and Coach Fernando in the same place?
Coach Fernando?
Yeah.
Who's that?
The coach.
Coach of what?
The coach of all coaches.
Coach of what?
He's like a mentor.
Who is he? Coach of what? Fernando what? Lamas? Fernando who?
No, coach. He's coach of the Gators.
Coach of the Gators?
Yeah.
Coach of the Gators is Steve Spurrier.
No, but not the head. He's one of the assistants.
Okay. Have a great life, pal. Take 2 and call me in the morning. What the hell was he talking about? Do you know a Coach Fernando? Well, of course, you don't know Coach from your ass. You don't know Coach from first class. God. Coach Fernando. And even he don't know who he is, okay? And like I'm supposed to know. Sir, you are a genius, okay? If brains could kill, you'd be safe. We have an open line in Dade, 751, but don't take it personal, okay? We're all stupid. And we have one in Palm Beach, 655-94. Look at that. You got a court. Can you handle that for us? $95,115. Can you do that? Come on, do something useful while you're here instead of just sitting around waiting for us to make you into a star. Getting just like that Brian McGarry. North Miami.
A famous quote from the new movie, The Odd Father, starring Norman Elliott Kent.
Just when I think I'm out of the radio business,
they pull me back in.
He made me an offer I couldn't refuse. A 54 DiMaggio.
Outstanding.
Thank you.
Okay. Excellent job.
Just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in.
Powerful stuff. 95,115. Can you handle it, Corey? Got the eraser now? He's got the swing of this, okay? We have an open line in Dade, 751-9463, one in Palm Beach. We're going to take that Palm Beach line and stick it with Luca Brazzi pretty soon. I've been for 15 years sitting in this town, hocking a chain. And then, like, when you take the line away, like we took the Boca line away, you notice we still seem to be in business, okay? Forget it. They're up there into their Mike Miller stuff. They're in a different planet. They're like on Uranus. Kendall.
Hey, Neil, would you be interested in...
Are you on a speakerphone?
No.
What kind of a phone are you on?
A regular phone.
Okay.
You interested in 2 tickets to the Orange Bowl? 50-yard line, row 47.
Oh, yeah, we could get some bucks for that.
And also a cruise for 2 if you pay a full fare for 1 through January 31st.
Yeah. How are we getting this stuff?
I don't know. I'm in Kendall.
Well, you can bring it up here on Monday.
You going to feed me lunch?
No.
Is Mikey working?
On Monday?
Yeah.
Is he coming back Monday? I doubt it. Only if he's nuts. Wow, what the hell does that have to do with it? In other words, you'll come up here if he's here?
No. You can bring him. He lives down here.
Oh, I have no idea. Well, how is he going to see you?
Well, I can meet him at Siam or Corbett or whatever.
Well, listen, call me on Monday morning and we'll make arrangements. We'll send a courier or something to get him if we have to.
All right.
Okay? We'll send
him.
Corey down to get him. We'll send Brian down to get him in George's car.
You got it.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, 1231, we have 2 open lines. Of course, they're both in Dade County, where we are just really scratching our heads and everything else in sight. 751-9463, Pembroke Lakes.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, sir.
The tickets to the Blockbuster Bowl game. What are you getting for them?
You mean to say George put you on the air to do this?
Yeah, you want to know what kind of seats they were? Where they
They're upper deck, upper level.
Upper level?
Yeah. Nosebleed.
Nosebleed.
You know there are no bad seats in that stadium.
I don't know. I went there one time and had a lousy seat.
Well, then, goodbye. 1231 at WIOD. We have 1 line in Dade, 1 in Broward, and Palm Beach we're not talking about anymore. That's one of my New Year's resolutions. If somebody calls on there, fine, and if not, that's to be expected. It's ridiculous. It's a waste of time. They got their own big station up there, their own hot shots. Fort Lauderdale.
Neil.
How you doing?
Good. I'm down here from Binghamton.
Wow, isn't that exciting?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's real exciting. It's 10 below 0 up there today.
Yeah, it's terrific. It's a great place to be from, sir. What are you here for, the bowl game?
No, I came down and spent some time with my girlfriend.
Really?
Yeah, I'm staying at their place.
You're staying at their place?
Yeah. I have 3 girls I go out with down here.
Oh, I see. Like all at the same time.
Yeah, and they all live at the same house.
Kind of mix and match. Well,
yeah.
They sound a little bit exhausted to me.
Oh, I am. They've been keeping me going from one bedroom to the other.
Yeah, sounds like wishful thinking to me.
No, just reality, Neil.
Okay, well, more power to you, pal.
So,
maybe when you get back up to Binghamton, you could go to a neighborhood bar and tie one on.
Well, I work at one.
Do you?
I tie a couple of them on.
Are you a bartender?
Yeah.
In Binghamton?
Yeah.
Oh, boy, what an exciting place that is.
I really keep them bouncing, you know?
How about the drinks?
How about the drinks?
So what's up?
Oh, not much. I got to go back Sunday.
Yeah, well, all good things have to come to an end.
So I figured I'd call you and have make my vacation complete.
Right, kind of fill it all out. Well, it sounds like you've been pretty bored. I'm glad we could turn you on.
Well, it's the only thing that really turns me on besides these 3.
Okay, have a great trip, and call us collect from up there when you get real bored someday.
I sure will.
Like Tuesday.
All right.
See ya.
Bye.
12:33 at WID. Of course, we won't be here Tuesday. We'll be off all day Tuesday. Everybody is off. We got ball games that haven't been in... What? Not everybody's off? Ranieri works Tuesday? Rick and Suds work Tuesday? Oh, you're working Tuesday. Well, that's Marvin. What do you want me to say? Marvin, when he gets back, if he ever shows his ugly face in his building again, He's had it. I mean, for anybody to put himself in that position to be king of the board ops and just screw everybody else and take off all the holidays, not just a couple of days here and a couple of days there, the entire, 2 solid weeks, he is a slime ball. I hope somebody puts some poisoned cannolis in his pants when he comes back. 12:34, let's do a little business here. We'll be right back. But is that thing queued up? No? Jeez. And what do we got for the tickets? $75 for the Blockbuster Bowl? 90. Boy, are we getting there. About $1.50 at a time. Pathetic. Hollywood.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Okay.
What's happening today?
Not much.
Not a hell of a lot.
Very, very weak.
Very weak.
Scale of 3, I'd give, what is it?
I say you were blowing people away pretty well there. It's nicely. You're doing a good job.
What are you talking about?
What do you mean?
Blowing people away.
I mean, you're...
Like that? 22 till 1 at WIOD. We got several open lines. I'm not giving the numbers anymore because I'm tired of it. This is just, I told you the other day that between Christmas until the 2nd of January, we're just here. It's like some kind of punishment we pay for eating too many cannolis or something. And I understand that. And I'd love to play that tape that Corey is just dying for us to play, that it got recorded professionally by Countdown Productions, Inc., and we're going to have it made into a record. We're going to do a big thing. It's going to be on the Dan Marino Show with Tony Segreto on Wednesday night. If the Dolphins win, we hope Sunday. After they beat the crap out of the Colts, we pray, we hope, and knock Jeff George into the Twilight Zone and take Eric Dickerson. And maybe we can do to Dickerson what they did to Lucchese with his glasses, with those stupid, goofy glasses he's got. You got it ready? Okay, let's do it.
Blue 42. Blue 42. Down. Set. Put. Can't touch us. My, Miami hits them. So hard, makes them say, oh my Lord, thank you for blessing me with all those Dolphins and all that food. That's good. And you know you're down with the Super Bowl team, Super Hometown. We're known as such. This team can't touch. Yo, I told you, Buffalo. Can't touch us. Yeah, that's how we're playing, and you know, can't touch us. Look at that ball fly, man. Can't touch us. Yo, let me bust these football lyrics. Can't touch us. Fresh new kids and fans, you gotta like that, and I know you wanna dance. So move out of your seat, watch the other team, cause they're gonna get beat up and roll in. Hold on, pull a little bit, and let them know what's going on. Cheers, like that. Push on Miami, push them on back, let them know you're too much. This team can't touch. Yo, I told ya, can't touch us. Why you standing there, man? Can't touch us. Yo, start the clock. School's in, sucker. Can't touch us. Give us the ball. We'll score. Making them sweat, that's why they're scored. Now, they know. Talk about Miami, talk about the show. There's hype and fight. Downtown neighborhoods, balls in flight. What's gonna take to learn? That's with Miami, gonna get firm. The start. Legit. Better work hard, you might as well quit. Touchdown! Stop! Halftime! Go with the flow! It's in, you probably outran every defensive man, so throw the ball to the air, bust a few moves on your way in there, you zip! For a winner, dance in the end zone, you're only getting better, now fight! Move your rump! Just for a moment, let's all do the bump! Bump, 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 yeah! Can't touch us. Hey, New York, I told you! Can't touch us. We are the Miami Pound Machine, and you know, can't touch us. Yo, start the clock. School's back in. Can't touch us. Every time you see us, the Dolphins are just right. We're awesome in the day, and we're magic in the night. Now, why would we ever stop doing this with other trumpet teams that just can't hit? We tour around the country, from Miami to the Bay. The offense bumping, defense thumping, the rest can go away. Touchdown, game over. We out of here. Touch us.
Touch this. 12:42. Bassy. It's muffled. Muffled, Corey. Muddy. Isn't it? Doesn't it sound muddy? Yeah, muffled. Bad dub. Anyway, good luck. You'll need it. 12:42 at WIOD. Want to thank the Parkway Pub in Miramar. They sent along a I can't believe it. One of the only man in America who shaves with a bag over his head.
How you doing, Neil?
It's Ian, ladies and gentlemen, the original English bag man.
How you been?
In fact, when they asked how his head was feeling, he said, "It's in the bag, Dad."
No.
And speaking of Baghdad, I think you'd be a big hit over there.
How you been, Neil?
I've been great up until this moment.
Oh, man. Well, see, Kelvin's going to be mad at me now, Neil.
He was on his best behavior at our remote charcoals. He showed up. He hung out in the middle of the crowd. He came nowhere near me, which if I were him, I probably wouldn't either. And he was great.
Yeah, he's going to be mad that I called. He wanted me to call with him. He gets scared to call you.
Yeah, well, he's afraid to do it by himself. He likes to have your loving touch on the other end there.
He's actually probably listening to you on the beach surfing right now.
He's probably out there with all those lifeguards. Yeah,
well, like
just surfing it up.
This is true. Like you said, Godfather was incredible.
It was tremendous. I noticed we've milked it for all we can because we haven't had any more comment on it today, which really depresses me because I'm sure that a lot more people have seen it since the first day we talked about it. And like I said, when you see it on a big screen and you can actually hear the sound, it is powerful. It's tremendous. It is, see, too many of us go with these preconceived notions of what it should be and who this one should be. Just forget about that. Just watch it and enjoy it.
Yeah, like
I tried to tell Kelvin, just sit back and enjoy it.
Like all these critics in the Miami Herald, this guy gave it 2.5 stars.
Oh, well, Bill Cosford, wait till we get his puny little butt on this show next time, man. He is such a pseudo-intellectual.
Yeah.
See, what bothers me about that is that there are some people out there who actually believe that he's got credibility, and they read reviews from shysters like that, and they don't go, and they're depriving themselves of a great, enjoyable time because it's a terrific movie. It's fabulous.
It's like they say, because he writes something, people believe it.
You're right, and he knows nothing.
Exactly.
He knows a lot about radio, and that's why he writes good stuff about us, but other than that, he knows nothing.
What do you think of your buddy Kevin McReynolds?
Hey, I have no interest in the Mets, okay? I think he and the Mets are a perfect match. I think he's a choke artist, and I think they're going to have a real long season next year.
Hey, so does it look like the Cubs are going to be
We'll be more than happy to give you Jerome Walton for Dwight Gooden, believe me. No problem at all.
So I guess, are the Cubs favored now to win the East with all their acquisitions?
We're never favored to win anything, but I think we're looking pretty strong.
Yeah. And who's this lady D?
She's a lady.
She sounds sexy.
Well, I'm happy for you. And, of course, in your case, anything that's breathing. I think you and Maria would be great. Maria Corleone.
Hey, Sophia, yeah, she's not that
or
bad.
Mary, whatever the hell. Well, like I said, you each put a bag over your head, you'd be the best-looking couple in town.
I'm just jobbing. Oh, and speaking of...
Rub your noses together, Ian.
I got a small nose.
Yeah, well, that's not the only one.
Hey, one thing about Kevin, one thing. Call him, or you're not going to call him a douchebag, but... He hasn't given any money to Camillus House, and I think you should...
What a cheap douchebag.
Exactly.
What a slimeball.
Yeah, rip him.
You know, all you lifeguards out there, including Calvin, get your hands out of your bathing suits for 5 minutes and get them into your wallet there and come up with some cash, okay,
exactly.
You cheap slimeballs?
Well, when we go to remote next week for Calder...
What a bunch of little prissy sissies they are, okay?
They're all cheapskates.
Yeah.
He makes like $20 an hour beaching or
whatever. Oh, jeez, what a rough life, huh?
Yeah.
I heard he makes $20 an hour, but I didn't hear it was on the beach.
Well...
That's another story.
I have no comment.
Have a happy New Year, Ian.
You have a good year.
And say hi to, what's her name?
Who? Dee?
See ya.
Bye.
Stevie Nicks, the distinctive voice of Fleetwood Mac. Her style is unforgettable. Her lyrics, unintelligible. Stevie's back with all your favorite hits on one big album. It's Stevie Nicks. What the hell is she saying? Yes, all her classics are here. You'll get Me, and the incomparable... digitally remumbled for stereo inaudibility. This is Stevie Nicks at her most nebulous. Stevie Nicks, what the hell is she saying? Available now on Incoherent Records and Tapes.
Boy, if that doesn't tug at the strings of your thing, boy, nothing ever will. I'll tell you that right now. It's 1:28 at WIOD. I'm almost finished with the mail here. There's a nice one for 100. So we're going to be pretty stinking close to 96,000 before we get out of this godforsaken place today, and we got the mail tomorrow. And And then there will be mail on Monday that we'll never get. And then Tuesday's a holiday. So by Wednesday should be D-Day, don't you think? If everybody gets their act together and gets their checks in the mail this weekend. Camillus House, care of Neil Rogers, WIOD, Miami, 33141. 33141. Get them in the mail this weekend, and let's have a hernia-inducing mail delivery on Wednesday. And that could be the big day we can celebrate. We'll have a little party here. We'll do a little Kazatsky on the table. Michael will dance with Mary. They'll rub noses together. It'll be great. We'll go over 100,000 on Wednesday for Camillus. Fort Lauderdale. Hello?
Neil?
Yeah?
This is Snootsy.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, put it back in your pants and have a nice day.
Now, who is that on the phone that keeps calling like that? Some asshole? Oh, I see. Hi, Aaliyah.
Don Corleone.
Okay, another one. We're going for 2. Let's try mobile in West Palm Beach.
Hello.
A real caller?
Neil, how you
Well,
doing?
that's not too bad. 1 out of 3. Even Pete Rose didn't always hit 333. He's not hitting much now.
How you doing?
Pretty good.
I got a question for you. Have you ever eaten at Rizzo's in New York?
No.
You haven't.
No.
What about Luchow's?
No.
Okay. No, basically I'm asking because I do not
I
know
haven't been in the city in years, and I have no desire to go back anytime soon.
Well, I know what you're saying. It gets old real quick.
No, it doesn't get old. It's just a filthy, crime-ridden, disgusting, grotesque, unlivable place.
No, I agree. I'm just looking for a decent place in South Miami, and I've yet to find one.
A decent Italian in South Miami?
Yeah, that's the problem. I live in Kendall.
And you want to go to like a gourmet Italian restaurant, right? Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah, something decent. I mean, somebody told me Osti's. I've never eaten there, so I don't know.
I don't know.
But I don't, it's very difficult to find a good Italian meal in South Miami.
No, well, not in the... I mean, it depends on what kind of Italian you're talking about. If you want lasagna and stuff like that, you go to Pizza Loft on Flagler Street. But I think you're talking about a gourmet, fancy, expensive Italian restaurant.
Got it.
Well, somebody will call in probably.
Oh, okay. I also
There used to be that great place on Miller Road there, and I can't think of the name of it. I can never... DeAndrea's, is that it? Are they still over on Galloway? Well, somebody will call in. I don't know.
I'm real close to that. The only other thing I wanted to ask you, what I really wanted your opinion was, do you think, I wanted to call somebody a douchebag, but I was wondering if you think Nelson Mandela is a terrorist douchebag.
Nelson, what was the last name?
Mandela is
Mandela.
a terrorist.
Of course.
Oh, okay. As long as you agree.
Well, what is the debate about it?
Well, I don't know.
There's never been a terrorist that he hasn't loved. He loved every one of them.
Well, I understand.
He likes
but...
Gaddafi. He loves Castro. He loves what's his name with the schmato over there?
I know what you're talking about.
The Arafat. He loves them all.
No, the problem is in Miami here.
Hey, listen. Forget about it, Miami. Okay, this is just nothing but an ethnic bubble bath down here. All these people get all bent out of shape about everything. We just want to keep shooting ourselves in the feet. We don't want the tourist money. We got another excuse. We're boycotting this. We're boycotting that. Mandela's a piece of crap. His wife is accused of murder. Other than that, they're a nice family, okay? Kind of like the Corleone family with a darker complexion, that's all.
I gotcha. Good talking to you, Neil.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
God. I mean, is that even... And now Steve Clark. Oh, all of a sudden he was digging through some papers and he found a proclamation, Nelson Mandela Day. Sent him a letter. Steve, go have another drink and cut the crap already, will you, Mr. Invisible? WIOD, George is punching around with tapes again. Hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Okay.
Hey, listen, I'm glad I got to call you. You were out in Vegas recently, right?
Yes, sir. The greatest place on the face of this country.
Did you have a chance to see the Mirage?
What do you mean to see it? I was in it. They were having a little fire in there when I was there, but everybody kept gambling, and the fire truck was doing their thing. Seriously, did you hear about that?
No, I didn't. But
they had a little fire in there, and people were paying no attention. The sirens were going off. We were all plunging our brains out. Mirage is beautiful.
Isn't it? You can't say that Atlantic City can compare to that, can
Atlantic City is a joke. Atlantic City is like a toilet. Are you kidding me?
But you didn't like their sports book there, huh?
Where?
At the Mirage.
I didn't find it. I wasn't there. I got all around. I must have been in about 15 different casinos, and I happen to like the sports book at the Stardust a lot. I think that's one of the very best. And I also like the sports book at Palace Station.
Well, that's where I'm from, Vegas, but I just wanted to tell you that they are just building a $1 billion hotel, the MGM. Have you heard about that?
What, the new MGM? Where's that going to be?
Yeah, it's going to be right where the golf course and the country club is right now. Do you know where it is?
Yeah.
Right on the strip. It's $1 billion. It's got a Wizard of Oz theme to it with a Crystal City or whatever. What do they call it? And it's supposed to be amazing.
I want to tell you, I want to say it again in case anybody missed it when I came back. All the people who knocked the Excalibur don't know what they're talking about. I was inside it. It is magnificent. and it's beautiful, and all the neon, and it just glitz, and you go upstairs, they got all those different restaurants and the buffet. I like the Excalibur a lot.
Did you get comped any, Neil?
Hey, I don't look for freebies, okay?
Okay, well...
I brought back almost every dollar that I took with me, and when I go to Vegas, to come back with any money at all is a miracle, and that's for a whole week, so I did fabulous.
That's super. Listen, one thing about The Godfather, I think, when was the first day you spoke about it, Monday?
No, Tuesday. I went and saw it on... So Wednesday, really, because I went and saw it on Tuesday.
Okay, I went and saw it the next day.
Yeah.
And one of the things that you said was that you thought that they killed the Cardinal. Is that right?
Well, no, you didn't hear the beginning of the show today. See,
Okay,
last night I went and saw it in a real movie theater with a big screen and with good sound, and I realized that when I saw it the first time, first of all, I couldn't hear half of the dialogue, and I didn't see half of the picture, and I spent most of the time trying to figure out what I just missed, and I didn't understand half of the story. The fact is that the Pope was killed by the other money interest, the guy that they finally hung, because of the fact that he was, he was going to clean things up, the new Pope. He was against all these crooks, and he was going to clean it up. He was going to let the Immobiliare deal go through to the Corleones, who at that time were legitimate, and they didn't want any part of that. They killed his ass.
Doesn't it make you think about Pope John Paul I, that maybe that could have happened to him?
Well, that's who it was.
Oh, that's who it was.
They even said in the movie, called him, he said, by what name do you want to be called? He said, John Paul I.
I see. I was in Sunrise, and all these old people wouldn't shut up.
No, you got to go back and see it again. You can't go into one where all the yentas are talking because the dialogue is very low, like in the first movie, and you got to be able to hear what they're talking about.
Alrighty, well,
so
listen,
go back and see it where there's some people under the age of 100.
I am going to go back. I just wanted to touch base with you. I'm glad you enjoyed Vegas.
It is all tremendous. Anybody who doesn't have a good time in Vegas is already dead.
Okay, Neil, have a happy and healthy New Year.
You too. Miami.
Yeah, Neil.
Yeah.
I'd like to ask you a question. How come you're always bashing Notre Dame and Lou Holtz?
Because they suck. Any other questions? Because we hate them like poison. Here, Lou, have a cannoli. You jackass. Hey, if you like it so much, why don't you go up to South Bend, kid? Their bus is leaving every hour on the hour, okay? Go up there and freeze your little pansy ass off, you idiot. And there's old Rick Riley. He's ready to do it today. He's not making any mistakes. He got here early today. He don't want any more mishaps. Another easy day on the highway for me today, man. No traffic this morning. See, if you'd come in early, like about 9:30 in the morning, there's no traffic during these holidays. You want to mess around in the afternoon like you do, then you got to put up with them because all the Michigoyim are out there around noon, 11:30 in the morning, 1 o'clock. They're all messing around. They're all out there creating havoc, wreaking havoc on the highways and byways. And traffic patrol, you're right, sucks. They have no clue what's going on. And his tape, man, on a scale of 0, it's just muddy and muffled, and forget it. If you're planning on getting rich with that, Corey, you better hock the suit. That's all I can tell you. 146. What's in the sack?
Ooh.
Oh, you brought your own stuff today? Well, that's good. Good thinking, because there's not much going on here today. Not too many people in the building as he shuffles his little microphone. By the way, I'm taking that radio with me when I leave, because I heard some rumors, and I'm taking that out of here. I'm taking it out.
You hear too much.
No, I heard some rumors, which I'm sure must be accurate. Look at our new total, by the way. Aren't you?
I couldn't believe that.
Well,
you got to do it today. There's something that's got it. $1,500 is a snap.
Yeah, okay.
I wish I could.
Because remember I said I'm putting another 1,000 in January? Well, I'm going to do it still in December.
Well, why don't you do it today, and let's raise the other 500?
Because I'm out of time. Oh, you want to do the other 500?
Yeah.
All right, I'll tell you what. I'll bring in my check Monday.
But I don't want to take, you've done all of this, and then we put the last 500 in?
Oh, you're going to put it in, or you're going to raise it?
No, I'm not going to put it in, but
Suds,
we'll get
said you're putting 500 in.
Suds has
and
got
by the way, that asshole over there, I know we're not talking about him, but he really frosted me the other day.
Why are you listening?
No, listen to me. Well, you're listening in here. No, listen to me. I punch
I'm using
around.
That for air check.
I punch around, okay, and I'm never going to stop. That's just my nature. But he did a thing. Somebody was about this thing where he was challenging and trying to exploit the whole Camillus House thing.
Yeah, I know.
And somebody called and asked him. He said, Neil put up 1,000 and Rick and Suds have put up their 500. Have you put up any? How come you? And he said, absolutely not. So, in other words, the only way that he's going to put up any money is if he can milk it for all he can get and get some publicity out of
it.
I think that is the most despicable and so typical of him. Mr. Showboat, hey, look at me. And, I don't mind he has Morton Downey Jr. call because at least Morton Downey adds to the show, okay? Looking for, did you hear him call?
Oh, I heard that.
Did you hear that? They cut it off the air in the middle of the thing? They cut it off the air in the middle of the debate.
I wish I could have heard that.
Oh, are they going to be in for some times? I'm telling you.
Yeah.
When King Paul, penis is one thing, but when he starts hearing all these lesbian dial-a-dates, he's just going to go nuts.
Well, Suds is throwing around the V word lately.
I heard him throwing the A word around.
What, as in? Oh, yeah.
Abortion.
Yeah.
But anyway...
Well, he said he was going to get 8 vasectomies yesterday.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard it with a rubber raft. I listen to you guys mostly. And during the commercial breaks, I punch over there, and then I punch myself in the head for doing it.
Exactly.
He's aggravating. He really is. He's just a piece of crap. Anyway, so I'll put my other 1,000 in now from my corporation. I'm going to write the check this afternoon. I'll bring it in on Monday. So I'm going to put, hey, Corey, let's do that. Let's do something useful. These guys might play your tape again if you do something nice now. Get on the stick.
Well, talk about wreaking havoc. Look at the way this guy's dressed.
Yeah, he looks like Vincent from The Godfather.
Today's a holiday. By the way, why aren't you parking in the covered spaces since everybody's gone?
Hey, I like out by the sea, okay? I like the fresh air.
Well, I know you can get away faster, but hey, I'm parking
99